أيها الإخوة والأخوات، مرحبا بكم إلى درس اللغة العربية لغة الجنة. Assalamu alaikum dear viewers and welcome to our Learn Arabic show. So in our previous session we had been discussing about the nominative cases. So we have the nominative cases. They are those cases where you find that the noun in the sentence, okay, or a word in a sentence, not specifically a noun, will usually carry a dhamma. So that's the nominative cases. And in our previous sessions, we had looked at three of these cases. We had looked at the fa'il, that is the doer of the action. Then we had looked at the na'ib fa'il. Of course, if you remember, it is that word that replaces the doer. Right? For example, if I say the gold was stolen, right? So basically the gold is the one that replaces the fa'il, because we do not know who stole the gold. So that is the na'ib fa'il. Then we moved on to the third nominative case, which we said was the subject and the predicate. So the subject, nominative, predicate will also have the nominative. So this was just to refresh your memory on the three nominative cases, I hope you remember, which we had discussed last time. Now today we'll be continuing with other nominative cases. So we had done four: the fa'il, the na'ib fa'il, the subject, and the predicate. Now we'll be moving on to the fifth nominative case we have, which is ism of kana and her sisters. Okay, so ism kana, wa akhawatuha. Right? So we'll be discussing ism kana wa akhawatuha. I hope you remember we had done about ism kana wa akhawatuha, but this is just to remind you that this also falls under the category of the nominative cases. Now, what do I mean when I say ism kana wa akhawatuha? Ism itself is the subject of a sentence. But when I say ism kana, it means it's the subject of kana because I have added kana to the sentence. So let's look at an example here. So once this word kana enters a sentence, a nominal sentence, the noun will obviously, the noun that precedes, the noun that comes after kana will carry a nominative case. So for an example, we have here kana So we have this sentence here, right? So what is that word that comes after kana? The subject of my sentence, I'm talking about Allah, right? Of course, Allah is the most forgiving. So this word here, Allah, is my ism. It is the subject of the sentence, right? So this subject of the sentence here will carry a nominative. So I will say, Kana Allahu ghafuran, right? I can't say Kana Allaha or Kana Allahi. That is going to be completely wrong. Why? Because I have introduced kana into the sentence, right? So of course this now does not become an ism itself. This is my ism kana, right? Remember when we had done analyzing the sentences, I had told you analyze the sentence, pick the ism kana, pick the khabar kana, why is it fatha or why is it dhamma? I had given you that exercise, so from that I hope you remember about this. So we have kana Allahu ghafuran. Then we have, let's just quickly look at other examples. And of course you notice here the predicate will carry a fathatain and it will carry an alif at the end. I hope you remember. So because we have done this, we'll just go quickly through most other examples. So I'll just quickly jot down a few other examples. We have Sara al-waladu nashitan. Alright, this means the boy became smart. صار الولد نشيطا. The boy became smart. Sara is what? Sara is the sister of Kana. Remember when I gave you all that list? We had Kana, we had Sara, we had Bata, we had Dhalla, etc., etc. This Sara is one of the sisters of Kana, right? So this Sarah, because I have introduced, Sarah is not a name, okay? Here we are referring to Arabic, so forget about the name Sarah. Just think of the Sarah, which is the sister of Kana, right? So when I introduce Sarah into the sentence, this here becomes nominative, right? So the word after this becomes nominative because I've introduced this. So this is the subject of my sentence, is the ism of my sentence. It will become the ism Kana, right? Because this is my subject. The boy became smart. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the boy. So he's the subject of my sentence. And he is going to carry a nominative sign. Right? Say we have another example. So, صار الولد نشيطا, the boy became smart. You have to move on with the pace I'm moving because I write sentence and then I just have to rub it off. So try and move with the pace I'm moving. Okay, so our third example, we're still discussing about Kana and her sisters. We have is Laysa. ليس الامتحان صعبا. Okay, so we have ليس الامتحان صعبا. Okay, so what is the sister of Kana in my sentence? The sister of Kana is Laysa. And what did I say about Laysa? Laysa is to negate something, to say no. Okay? So, ليس الامتحان صعبا, the examination is not tough. You know, when you have a good exam, you've had it, studied everything, had a good exam. ليس الامتحان صعبا, the examination is not tough. Okay? So here, the sister of Kana is Laysa. Laysa means not. Okay? Imtihan, you all know, means exam. Okay? So, the exam is not tough. Now here, again, we have nominative case. Why do we have nominative case? Because this ism comes after Laysa. And what is Laysa? Laysa is the sister of Kana. So this becomes, again, ism Kana, right? Now we have another example. Say we have أصبح المجرم. You all know what mujrim is. أصبح المجرم نادما. Okay, أصبح المجرم نادما, meaning that the sinner became sad. Okay, نادما, sad. Mujrim means sinner. Okay, so now identify ism kana. The ism kana of my sentence is mujrimu. The sinner became sad, meaning sinner is subject of my sentence. So what is the sister of kana? Sister of kana is asbaha. Asbaha is sister of kana, meaning became. Okay, so the sinner became sad, right? So here, this is my my ism kana again, and it has nominative case. Next example. أضحى الورد ذابلا. You should take note of the new vocabularies you're getting to learn from here. أضحى الورد ذابلا. Okay, so أضحى is my sister of kana, right? What is my ism kana? My ism kana is waradu, right? Which has a nominative sign over here. Dhabila means faded, okay? So the flower became faded, waradu, okay? So this is my ism kana. This is the sister of kana, which is adha. So the flower became faded. Just two last examples, then we go to the next case, right? Okay, so we have the next one we have here is amsa al-amilu amsa al-amilu ta'banan. Okay, so amsa means evening, right? Remember when we had done kana and her sisters, we said amsa means evening. So amsa is the sister of kana, right? So this is sister of kana. And then amilu. Amilu is the subject of my sentence. The worker became tired in the evening. Okay, so who am I talking about? What is the subject of my sentence? The subject of my sentence is the worker, al-amilu, right? So the worker being the subject of my sentence, the worker is ism. But because this subject, because this ism comes after the sister of kana, which is amsa, this subject here, this ism becomes ism of kana, right? So this becomes ism kana, and again we have nominative case. Then we have ta'banan, you know, we say ana ta'banun, I'm tired, okay? So the worker became tired in the evening. One last example, then we go to the next case. So we have batal maridhu bakiyan. Okay, batal maridhu bakiyan. Okay, so it means the patient spent the night crying. Okay, bata is more like, when you say bata, it's more like referring to nighttime. You know, when we say asbaha, referring to morning. When we say amsa, referring to evening. So when we say bata, it's more of referring to the nighttime, right? So al-maridhu is the ism, right? Marid, you know, a sick person, okay? So this is the ism kana, right? Bata is the sister of kana. So therefore, my ism kana will have a dhamma. My ism kana will have a nominative case. Why nominative case? Because it comes after bata. And what is bata? Bata is sister of kana. Okay, so the patient spent the night crying. Why do I say night? Where do I get night from? The word layl is not in the sentence, but we know that when I say bata, it's referring to spent the night, okay? When I refer to amsa in this previous example, I'm referring to evening. The worker became tired in the evening, right? So amsa referring to evening. When I say bata, I refer to night. When I say asbaha, I refer to morning, but it depends on the context of the sentence. What are you trying to say? So not in all cases will you find it refers to night. Sometimes it could just mean bata, became, or to become, right? So now this was the first the fifth nominative case which we looked at. Now we will go to the sixth nominative case, right? So the first nominative case was fa'il. Then we went to na'ib fa'il. Then we went to subject, followed by predicate, followed by ism kana and her sisters. Now we will be looking at the predicate of inna and her sisters, which is khabar inna. We have khabar inna wa akhawatuha. Okay, so remember when we were discussing about inna and when we were discussing about kana, what had we said? We had said that when it comes to the case of kana, forget about inna for a while, I just want to refresh your memory so you don't confuse between the two, right? So when we were talking about kana, we had said that the subject is the one that will carry the nominative, and the predicate is the one that will carry the tanween fathatain with the alif. For example, we said kana Allahu ghafuran. But in the case of inna, it is opposite. What happens? Here, the predicate will carry the dhamma, the predicate will carry the nominative case, and the subject will vice versa change to the accusative. So that is one of the major difference between inna and kana. In kana, ism kana becomes nominative. When it comes to inna, the khabar inna becomes nominative. So don't confuse between the two, right? So for example, we have a sentence, innal imtihana innal imtihana qareebun. Okay, so this sentence is very easy to translate. Qareebun, in Kiswahili we say qareebu sana, it's close, or I'm not referring to welcome. Okay, so innal imtihana we have is qareebun, meaning surely. Inna, surely the examination, innal imtihana, surely the examination is near. Now here we notice the subject of the sentence is exam, but it carries a fatha. When we were looking at kana, it was going to carry a dhamma. For example, we had kana Allahu, but here we have innal imtihana. This is the subject of my sentence, or I can say it's the ism of my sentence. However, it is not going to carry nominative. This will be what you call accusative. But what is the khabar of my sentence? What is the predicate? What am I talking about the examination? I am saying the examination is what? The examination is near. So you notice near is the predicate of my sentence. This is the khabar. When we say khabar, I'm getting information about something. So what information is this sentence giving me about the exam? It's telling me that the exam is near. So near, qareebun, is my predicate, right? So this is my khabar. Khabar what? Khabar inna. So you notice that the khabar inna will carry nominative sign. It is not going to carry an accusative tanween with a fatha like in the case of kana. Okay, it will carry a dhammatain. Now we'll just quickly go through few examples. So that was one. Then we have innal walada shatirun. Okay, surely the boy is smart. Okay, so we have surely the boy is smart. But what about if I want to say the boy became smart? Okay, so surely the boy is smart. This is my ism of the sentence, of course. My ism inna, right? And this is my khabar inna, right? So the boy is smart. So the subject here will carry accusative, and of course the predicate, that is khabar inna, will always carry nominative sign that we have here. It could be nominative or it could be tanween, same thing as far as it's nominative, right? But what if I replace inna with kana? Say I want to say, instead of saying indeed the boy is smart, I want to say the boy became smart. So I have kana, this will become al-waladu shatiran. Now, do you see the complete difference between these two sentences? They probably look similar, but it is completely different. This innal walada shatirun, and this kana al waladu shatiran. See the difference? This is nominative tanween. This has become accusative with an alif. See the difference? Here we have accusative in the case of the ism inna, but in the case of ism kana, we have nominative. See here again, in the case of shatirun, we have nominative because of inna. But here we have accusative because of kana, right? So these two are completely different. So please do not confuse between inna and kana, right? So another example, you really need to move with my pace if you're going to have to copy all this. Then we have innal binta jamilatun. Okay, innal binta jamilatun, indeed the girl is beautiful. So what is the subject of my sentence? Indeed the girl is beautiful. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the girl, right? So this is the ism of my sentence, ism inna, right? So this again here will carry accusative, but since we are looking at the nominative case, the khabar is the one that will carry the nominative, right? So what is the khabar of my sentence? The khabar of my sentence is jamilatun, nominative. This is khabar. Khabar what? Khabar of inna. Alright? So, sorry. Right? So, khabar inna, jamilatun is the khabar of my sentence because I'm giving information about the girl, saying that she is what? She is beautiful, right? So, we have completed now with of course, the 6th case of the nominative. Now, we will be looking at the 7th case of the nominative. So, now we'll be going to the 7th case. So the 7th case of the nominative we have is noun of ma and la, which is similar to laysa. Okay? When I say ma, I'm not referring to mom. Okay? This is Arabic. Okay? So noun of ma and la, which is similar to laysa. Now, what do I mean by laysa? I have said this more than 1,000 times. Laysa means not, negate something. But la and ma is also similar. This also means, both of these also means negation. Right? So ma, la, similar to laysa, also means negation. Now ma, this ma here, it's used for both. It is used for indefinite nouns and it's used for definite nouns. So this is used for both definite and indefinite. You all know what definite and indefinite means. If I say specify a person's name, or a country, okay? Saying, for example, Tanzania is the most peaceful country in the world. So Tanzania, that is my definite noun. And the indefinite noun, house, book, chair, it's not specified, not definite what chair, what book, right? What house. But so basically that's definite, indefinite. Now ma can be used in both. So we'll be looking at examples. So say I say ma Khalidu mujtahidan Ma Khalidu mujtahidan. Okay? If I remove the ma, if I remove this, it becomes Khalidu mujtahidan. Okay? Meaning that, of course, Khalid is industrious, but then, of course, you will have to change this sign. It has to become what you call, again, nominative. All right? I don't want to get into that. So, ma Khalidu mujtahidan, meaning Khalid is not industrious. Okay? Khalid is not industrious. So where does this not come from? Ma. So this ma, this negation, I will add it at the beginning of a sentence if I want to negate something, okay? So, ma Khalidu mujtahidan, Khalid is not industrious. And you notice Khalid here is a definite noun because I'm specifying, okay, I'm talking about Khalid. So that is like definite, yes, Khalid, right? So ma, of course, this negation, I will, of course, introduce it at the beginning of the sentence. You can't have a ma at the end or a ma at the beginning. That will completely mess up the whole sentence grammatically and when you converse, right? So, if I want to say someone is not industrious, ma khalidu mujtahidan. Now, you notice that this noun here is the nominative case because our subject here is discussing nominative. This noun, any noun that comes after ma will be nominative. Always bear that in mind. So this is the subject of my sentence, the ism of my sentence. If it comes after ma, this will always be nominative. Let's look at another example. We have ma hamidu shatiran. Ma hamidu shatiran. Meaning Hamid is not smart. Okay? So Hamid is what? The subject of my sentence. Hamid comes after what? Comes after ma. So Hamid will carry what case? Hamid will carry that. Right? So ma hamidu shatiran. Hamid, is it definite or indefinite? Hamid is definite, right? I'm specifically saying Hamid is not smart, right? So this is going to be Hamid is not smart. This is the negation. This is the subject of my sentence. The subject comes after ma. It will carry a dhamma, a nominative case there again. Okay. Finally, we have ma الغرفة واسعة. Okay, so ما الغرفة واسعة, meaning that the room is not vast, right? So what is the noun here? The noun here is غرفة. غرفة means room, okay? So this noun here, is it definite or indefinite? I'm talking about a room, but what room? Which room? Where is that room? Who is the owner of that room? I don't know. So basically, if I just say غرفة, It is indefinite. I'm not specifically saying, say, Hamid's room or Khalid's room or Muhammad's room. I'm just saying room, right? So this here, of course, it is indefinite. Comes after ma. Again, it will have a dhamma right there. Now, very quickly, I'll just give you one example of la. Okay? So this means the room is not vast. So say we have la. La. Now la is only used for indefinite. Only for, I'm sure now you know what is definite noun, what is indefinite noun. Ma is used for both. Indefinite, definite. I can use ma to say Khalid is not smart. Khalid, definite noun. I can use ma to say the room is not vast. Room mean indefinite. But when it comes to la, I can only use it for something that is indefinite, like house, chair, room, book. You don't know whose book or whose house or whose chair am I specifically talking about. So just one example we have here is la waladu ghaiban. Meaning no boy is absent. La waladu ghaiban. They are all present. No boy is absent. Right? So, the subject of my sentence here is waladu. I'm saying no boy is absent. So, who am I talking about? I'm talking about a boy. So, that is the subject of my sentence. That is the ism. And this ism comes after the word la. And what did we say? If any noun comes after la or comes after ma, it will carry nominative sign. So therefore, it becomes la waladu. I cannot say la walada or la waladi. Okay, so it has to be la waladu ghaiban, meaning no boy is absent. And inshallah, for our next session, I hope that none of you will be absent and you will attend this session. Okay, so these were the nominative cases that we had discussed about. Inshallah, in our next session, we will be going through the accusative sentences. I encourage you once again that do not limit yourself to these classes only. Try doing your own research, more exercises and examples. Because of limited time, I cannot possibly explain or give as many examples that I would wish to give. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Thanks for listening and have a nice day.